Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 1:37 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Monday the 3rd of October.
Right guys, so as I've told people, every few days I need to top up my gas and electric, and since I've had them changed over to pay as you go, it's the gas mainly that I have to go out and top up my card. It seems like every few days. And also I needed to top up my phone because I need to ring the doctor at some point, and I have to get up early to ring the doctor, to ring at 8 o'clock in the morning. Right, so I needed to top my phone up, which I've got Vodafone, and I needed to go out and get some money on my gas card because when the meter runs out, it switches off the gas. So it switches off your gas. And you have to put the card in, either put emergency credit on, or you've got to go and top it up again. And unless you keep, my meter is in the meter cupboard downstairs. The lift's broken, and I can't keep going up and down the stairs to check if I've got gas on the meter. So I've put £25 on the meter, and we'll see how long that lasts. Right, because I owe British Gas money for the last bill they sent me, so it automatically takes about £9 or £10 off for that. Then it replenishes the emergency credit, and then you've got a tiny bit for your gas left, right? So I didn't feel like walking over the Strood Bridge to Strood. I didn't feel like walking down Rochester High Street. So I got a train into Chatham. There's a post office in Chatham. You can use a pay zone. So I went into Chatham and I used the post office. Going down on the train from Rochester railway station to Chatham is just one stop. It was quiet. There was a woman waiting for a train with a puppy that was being trained as a guide dog. So she had grey hair like mine, no hat on, and she was sat on a bench talking to a railway chap, and she had a guide dog puppy. I waited for the train, which wasn't very long. I got on it, and I pressed the button to get on the train, and there was a bicycle blocking the entrance. I couldn't get on the train because there was a bike right across the door entrance. So I had to rush to the next door opening and get on the train and sit down. There are no guards on the train. I couldn't see one guard or anybody, not any railway staff. So I pressed the door to get on the train. There's this bicycle barring the entrance to get on the train. Elderly people can't run, they can't rush, they can't run up the track. I got on at the next door, sat down, and it was near the toilet. I wanted to go to the toilet. Went into the toilet, locked the door, no toilet paper. Isn't that shit? But I'm a woman, in my handbag with some scrunched up toilet roll where I'd wiped my lipstick, blotted my lipstick. So I used that to wipe myself. No loo roll. When I went to use the soap, someone had stuffed something up the soap dispenser, so there was no soap coming out. So I washed my hands. Nothing to dry your hands on, the dryer wasn't working, so I dried my hands on my coat. That started off good. Got off the train at Chatham and you walk straight through, didn't even have to put my ticket through the machine. I just walked straight through. And what gets you when you walk into Chatham Town Centre is a waft of marijuana and people giggling and laughing at nothing. So I walked straight down the road, got near Dr. Lupin's dental surgery, walked across the road, and the marijuana hit me straight in the face and up the nose. The ganja, the weed. No wonder everybody's laughing. So I went straight to the post office. She said, you can't top up your mobile at this desk, you have to go over there. So I put £25 on my gas card, waited in a queue to get my Vodafone top up, got that done, came out, and then another thing I needed to do was sort out my library card, because I can't keep staying in this flat 24/7. I've got to get out. So I thought, right, we're going to get things done today. We're going to sort my library card out. So I walked into Chatham Library. It was like a sauna in there. I thought it was going to suffocate. It was absolutely boiling. I had my coat on. And I sat at the desk. A woman served me, nice lady. And I sat down, explained to her that I needed a new library card. I think there's a fine on it. She said, you've got £11 fine. I said, can I pay some of it now? She said yes, so I paid some of it, and I paid so much for a new library card as well. So my library card's sorted out. I've paid the fine off. I've reset my PIN. And now I can go into the library to at least sit down and look at books. There is a library in Rochester as well, so I can now actually use my card in a library and sit down. When I was walking through Chatham, I saw Gary Fuchs. Gary Fuchs worked at Brompton Barracks. I saw Gary, one of Dad's male work colleagues. I saw Gary. Now Gary has got quite prominent ears, so I knew it was Gary, Dad's work colleague from Brompton Barracks. My dad was a stock clerk, so I walked past him. My first stop after the post office, I went into Dykeman to see if I could find some shoes, and the summer offers obviously had gone, so the shoes and the bags were back to the normal prices, so I didn't buy anything in there. Okay, so then I walked up and I just had a look around. I went into Primark, where I got this was reduced. This Greg's top was £5. These leggings were £3. So that's an outfit for £8. Okay, so I got this, and my trainers have got tatty, so I got these white and green trainers here. When I went, I had to queue up obviously to get my goods in Primark. When I got to the desk, she went, size 7 trainers. I went, yes, size 7, they're size 7 trainers. And it just seemed like everyone went, my mum, Jennifer, is a size 6. I've got a size 7 foot. Walked out of Primark and I went into the Heart Foundation shop in the Pentagon, and I got some DVDs in there to watch. They're 3 for £1 in there. I also went into the bookshop in the Pentagon Centre. They didn't have any latex balloons. I asked them if they had latex balloons. They said they were out of stock. A guy walked past me with grey hair, and he went up to a member of staff. So I was stood there looking at these books. I got these two books in the works. So I got in Pentagon Centre. So I got these two books, and while I was looking at books, this guy runs past me, catches a member of the staff. Excuse me, have you got this and this and this? And he walks off, talking to the assistant. I'm in the shop just looking for books. I went into the bookshop for looking for books. I know a couple of years back, I went into the works with a Liverpudlian chap that met me and took me for a meal in Wetherspoons. He'd paid £200 to come and see me all the way from Liverpool off of a dating site. And he had brown shoes on, and basically he bought a book on the Royal Navy. He went into the works and spent £10 on a book on the Royal Navy. I went into the bookshop and I got The Other Mother. I spend phenomenal amounts of time in the evening by myself, so I've got some DVDs to watch again, and I got a couple of books. Now this is called The Other Mother by Michelle Brucie, the master of the killer twist. Malone, barely 4 years old, is convinced his mother isn't his real mum. It seems impossible. Even the paediatrician confirms the two are related. The school psychologist is the only one who believes Malone. Desperate for help, he approaches Marianne Ogress, a police captain with better things to do with her time. Hot on the heels of a major criminal, she has little interest in the stories of a child. But what if she's wrong? The Other Mother. That was staring at me. And I've been feeling miserable lately, so I thought, if they got any joke books? So the pub joke, the biggest pub joke book ever. 1,500 jokes inside. Warning, adult content. £2 from the works in the Pentagon Chapter. Now, I'm not very good at telling jokes, but there's a couple. Why is a man like a Rubik cube? The longer you play with one, the harder it gets. What's blue and screws old ladies? Hypothermia. Why do farts smell? So that deaf people can enjoy them too. What do you call a truck full of vibrators? Toys for twats. Why did God create men? Because vibrators can't mow the lawn. Why is a cucumber and a beer better than a man? Because the beer comes in a can, not your mouth, and the cucumber stays hard for a week. So, when I feel miserable as hell late in the evenings, or I'm being pestered and harassed, I'm going to read one of these jokes, okay? Because I ask Alexa for a joke in the morning, don't I? And she comes up with some really lame ones. Right. So I went into Sainsbury's, and my ex was in there, and it looked like he'd aged 10 years. My ex was in Sainsbury's, and you know, girls, what it's like when you're on your own and you bump into an ex. But he wasn't with another woman, he was by himself, and his hair had gone grey. The last time I saw him, he had brown hair, and now it looks like he's aged 10 years. It's quite a shock, actually, to see one of my exes in Sainsbury's looking quite frail and old and doddery when he's not 40 yet. The machine got stuck. I put coins in too fast, apparently, and the machine was so slow. The woman said, "Go on, go." I think I'd over put money in there. I think, but I can't be bothered. It was probably a few pence over. But the machine got stuck full of the coins that I put in, and I couldn't get any change. Never mind. I got to meal deal in Sainsbury's. I walked out of there, and then I got the train back home to Rochester, which was fun. You see couples together on the train, don't you? You're sat there with your bags. Oh look, it's a couple. And he's helping her on the train, he's helping with her stuff, and he's putting his arm around her shoulder. And you're sat there, right opposite them, thinking, fuck me. You know, what have I done to deserve this? The last thing I wanted to do was bump into an ex. So right guys, I went into the pound shop as well, as you do, just to peruse. And I've got this pumpkin. And he lights up. I might get a couple more of these, because they look good on the balcony table, Halloween, the 31st of October. So I've got my pumpkin, but I'm going to get obviously a real pumpkin, because there's nothing, I enjoy carving the pumpkin out and messing with it, you know what I mean? I've got on this orange cup, Halloween pumpkin cup, and I've got this DVD to watch, 9 songs. Apparently it's very explicit. See you later.